The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. Takes it inside his own 20. Chance for great field position here. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. A really disappointing end of that last drive, David. Getting stopped on 4th and goal, they'll try to regroup.
And I think I'm preaching to my squad right now. Listen, we drove the ball down the field. We didn't just punch it in. Let's put another drive together, Jesse, and this time, let's get some points.
You're right, because there were a lot of positives on that last one. They did a lot of things really well. You just got to do a better job finishing.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Scrambling away. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. And that pass picked off. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. On the move, it's Sampson. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
Nice run there on 1st down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football and let him get laddered up.
Looking to throw, it's Jordan. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Quarterback adapting. At the 40, there he goes. And he's finally forced out of bounds. Another 1st down, and he has just been running wild on this defense. Kennesaw State coming out with another 1st down. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Quickly out to the tight end. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
And this is why a mobile quarterback is the defensive coordinator's worst nightmare. He has just been running wild all day. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stops.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
Sticks it in his belly. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Kennesaw State right back to work. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. 3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. And the pass is complete, but less than nothing to show for it. They're knocked down behind the line.
Man, that is not the 3rd down execution you want. Trying to get it to a playmaker so he can make plays. He gets nowhere, actually loses yards, and brings up a 4th down.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Dropping back, it's Jordan. They're bringing heat. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down.
And that's the world we live in. You want to be aggressive, you want to get touchdowns, you don't want to get field goals. Analytics says this, but now you get no points. And the defense bows up in a big part of the field, gets the big sack on 4th down and goal.
He's got it down the left side. And he's brought down after a huge completion. There's a timeout call as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. He's going to pass. Quarterback now breaking the field. Makes a connection. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds.
It's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
It's complete. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone. They'll have it first and goal. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Getting set for the point after. Right down the boulevard. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner goes down. They'll need urgency and efficiency. 10 seconds left on the clock before halftime. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Buys a little time. He's going to run it. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. Just enough time for one final play of the half. To the air, it's Jordan. Lost one deep down the right side. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. The returner will field it and try to do some business. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get to the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Now improvising. Unleashes one. A strike downfield. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. Kennesaw State coming out with another first down. Quarterback checking the play. They'll throw it on first down. Quickly complete.
And that's a really nice route by the wide receiver. Just understanding I got to win right now. I got to get inside of that guy. And I know I'm going to get contact. You run over the middle of the field on a slant, you're going to get hit. Nice job securing the catch, making the play.
Going to try to get it himself. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Kennesaw State hoping to be wise here in the red zone. Looking to move it through the air. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Finds his big tight end. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Back to throw, it's Jordan. Touchdown, Kennesaw State. They take the lead with the 6. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Luis. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
Looking for daylight from inside his 20. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Wants to throw on first down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks. And they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. He's looking to throw it. Now he's going to break the pocket. Makes his connection. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down.
Defense just has to do a better job in coverage, guys. They did a great job taking away the quarterback's initial primary targets, but then they left that guy completely wide open. Somebody busted on the back end.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. Kennesaw State 14, Georgia 7.
They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Back to throw, it's Jordan. Trying to get to it. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Third and goal coming up here. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And here's the third interception of the night. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that just kind of caps off this day. It's been a day with not a lot of rhythm, not a lot of timing, not a lot of guys on the same page. And they weren't right there, and the quarterback throws an INT, and this one is not looking good.
And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock, break the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Getting some heat. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
You know, one of the tricky parts with play action for a quarterback is that when you turn your back to the defense to sell the play fake, you have no idea what's going on behind you. You don't know what the coverage has become, and you don't know which D linemen have won their one-on-ones. The worst thing is you turn around after the play fake, and bam! That defender's right in your face.
Dialing up a second down pass play. Just a short pass to the tight end. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from losing this. This defense will try to force a fourth down on third and short from the 45. Flushed out of the pocket. The throw. Quickly to the tight end.
And obviously, getting the completion, it's a killer. They get a new set of downs. You got to find a way to make a play now. The saving grace, I guess, Jesse, is he ran out of bounds and stopped the clock, so at least the clock isn't running.
Yeah, and David, it's just a situation right now defensively. I think you just got to take more chances, right? You may have to blitz, you may have to sell out, you might risk giving up a big play, but it's just so critical at this juncture of the game that you're able to retake possession, give yourself a chance to win.
After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Now adjusting. He'll try to do it himself. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
Dances away to buy time. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Finds his man, and they convert. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the 1st down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the 1st down. He needed to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Yeah, and if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and they continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
Kennesaw State coming out with another 1st down. The quarterback takes a knee. Looking back on it, this game probably falls precisely into the definition of a trap game. Trap was set, sprung, and the underdogs come up with the win.
And that's why we go, you know what? I don't take your rankings. I'm not worried about your rankings. They don't matter to me. We're going to go out and beat this team. We're better than this team. A lot of times those rankings don't mean a lot to them.
Kennesaw State ready to kick it off and get this game going. On the move from inside his own 20. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. 1st down here for the offense. Going to the ground. Plows through the defense. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34.
This running back just doesn't go down easy. It's just difficult for defenses to put him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him. And just, you know what? Let his talent do the rest.
Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the 1st down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and short.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
To the air, it's Daly. Finds the tight end. And the Buckeyes have enough for the first down. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. You know, don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
Running back searching for a hole. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And a great job by the linebacker. You can tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on fourth down. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
Hey, you come out early in the game, you're trying to send a message to your team that you're confident, you believe in them to convert these fourth downs. You didn't get that one, but don't let it be a detriment moving forward. If you want to stay aggressive, be that way throughout the course of the game.
Fires to the big fella. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. That type of pressure on the quarterback, that's vintage Ohio State, right in keeping with the legacy that's been established by the Buckeye D.
Yeah, and you take pride in that. You own that legacy.
Fires and picked off. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little...
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point makes it 7-0. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Park. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. They'll try the run. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
And now on second down for this offense. The play action fake. Gets it out fast. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Ohio State 7, Kennesaw State 0.
Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On third down, going up top. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Fires it into traffic, and it's picked off. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Dropping back, it's Daly. Safe completion on the screen. Nice move to keep running. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. The Buckeyes with the 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Finds his tight end. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form time.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. The aerial assault continues. A shot toward the end zone. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Good job on defense, getting a hand on it, tipping it up in the air. They weren't able to pick it off, but they do force the incompletion.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Fires toward the end zone. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. He'll go out of bounds, but just what they needed to get the ball back.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Gets it out quickly. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
It's complete to the left. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
After the big first down sack for the D, it's 2nd down. Wants to throw. It's Jordan. Coming after it. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. Trying to take it back. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Fires left. He caught it.